Okay. Welcome to Chapter 2 of Mankiw, which is going to bring you some different terms and terms we use in economics that you might use differently in day-to-day life. So the first term I want to talk about is resource. Resource is anything that makes an input. So a resource could be cotton to make a shirt, workers, that labor are resources. So when you hear the word resources, it's anything that makes an input, which also goes to capital. Capital, a lot of times when you listen and you're hearing the news or something, capital will be talking about money, investment. But however, capital used in economics is, again, things to make inputs. So factories are capital, machines are capital. And I just wanted to clear that up before you start to read the chapter. Now, graphing is essential in economics. So typically a lot of times when students see pictures or graphs, they don't pay attention to them. But I would say anytime you see a graph in the book, you have to put that in your notes and really focus on what the graph is trying to tell you. So in chapter 2, you get introduced to two graphs. And the first one is the circular flow diagram. And all the circular flow diagram is showing you how goods go through the United States. There are two markets here, and again, there's just basic assumptions to make it simple. One is the factor or resource market. They mean the same, they just have different names. And the factor market is where you make things, and then you have the product market, and that's where they're sold. And the product market's more familiar to us. That could be eBay, that could be the mall, that could be any shop, anywhere you purchase things. So the circular flow diagram is just there to show you how money flows around and how your dollar starts out and how it goes around the economy and then back to you. And then how the goods flow also. The second, and one that's used both in micro and macro, so it could show up on both exams, is what they call the production possibilities curve. And I've given you two different curves here. The first one we'll look at is what we call a Bode curve. Okay? Now, any point on this curve where the yellow dots are, that marks what we call productively efficient. What do we mean by productively efficient? We mean at any point on this curve, we are using our resources efficiently. And that's all it means. It doesn't mean you need more cactus than pineapples. It just means you're using your resources efficiently. The second thing is any point inside the curve would mean an inefficient use of the resource. Okay? Now, when you have this Bode curve, you have what we call increasing opportunity cost. So as you are producing more pineapples, it's costing you more cactus. Okay? So that's the Bode curve. Over here, we have a straight curve, a straight line. Whenever you see a straight line, that is a constant opportunity cost. Same thing, anything on the line is productively efficient. Anything inside is efficient. Now, for both these curves, if there was a dot out here, when you're outside the line, what they're saying is that it's unattainable with the present resources that you have. Okay? So those are the two circles. Now, there's three shifters of these curves. The first one is a change in the amount of resources or the quality of resources. So if immigration comes in and there's a huge mass immigration to the United States, that will shift the curve out. But also an improvement in resources, and that's what education is. An investment in human capital will also shift the curves out. Second one is technology, and the third is foreign trade. Those are the things that could get attainable outside the curve. So that's the production possibilities curve. We introduced the circular flow. Think about capital and resources. And that should make chapter 2 a little easier as you're reading it. Thank you.